Is that working? Can you hear me?
Gotcha. All right, guys.
Who wants it?
Okay.
Don, they're bowing down to you.
Okay, what did I miss?
That's too broad. That's way too broad.
All right, let me think about this. Go ahead.
Thanks, Patrick.
No.
Jeez.
With Mackay at this point, is it simply I know you said things take a little while to translate from practice into games. Do you feel like that's likely to happen here with the foul issue? And is it something where it's just a young player just kind of playing through, adjusting to the
It's a lot of things with him. The game's moving way too fast. He's super excited because he has been starting. And he's got some really bad habits that he needs to break. And he knows that. He's gotten better. His practice habits have gotten better. So, is it going to happen overnight? Probably not. But I do know he wants to play, so he'll figure it out. His first foul, he was trying to do the right thing. He just got over-aggressive. His second foul was silly. My whole thing with both of them, not just Mackay, is following the scouting report. So there were some mistakes made on Saturday that we didn't have to pay for, that we were able to show them on film. So when the competition gets better, we can't make those mistakes. So they're coming. If you'd have seen them when practice started to where they are now, they're both coming along. But they're both really good players. They're going to help us. But the less that the new guys can foul, the better for us.
Do you see it in practice? Is it just not translating to the games yet? Or
So I always have a philosophy. It has to happen in practice for 2 or 3 weeks before it starts to happen in a game. And their habits are better. But we could be 4 weeks down the road still making the same mistakes, if that answers your question a little bit. But slowly getting rid of a few things. But hopefully it'll translate sooner than I'm anticipating.
Before the season, you had said that November 25th was the date that you guys would have that appointment with Chol. What was the progress that he's been making, and he just walked out.
Yeah, so Chol actually, I think that's a Wednesday, the 28th. We're going to be down in Orlando. So we're probably going to try to get him with the doctor before we leave just to see where he is. He's progressing on the court, doing a little bit more, almost pain-free. But it's structurally sound. So today he'll do more than he did yesterday, and hopefully next Monday or Tuesday, whenever he sees the doctor before we leave, they can maybe give him some clearance. But we're a long ways away from, basically for 2 years he hasn't played basketball. He has, but he hasn't. So physically, like he's doing more bike, he's doing, he actually jogging up and down the floor. I think he's doing some treadmill. So we're trying to get him in shape to get him ready just to maybe play one-on-one. So I think what we'll do is 5-on-0 to 1-on-1 to 2-on-2 to 3-on-3. So it could be a month after he's cleared before, if everything goes perfect, before we have him in a game. So, and I'm being really cautious because it's not about this year for Chol. We brought him here for his not only immediate future, but his future down the road. I want to make sure there's no setbacks. Oh, now he wants to talk. It's unbelievable. No. Come on, man.
How do you balance any other freshmen? How do you balance not fouling and then not going to the other extreme of both really passing?
Yeah, it's tough. They got to figure it out. He's a really good player. Mackay's played at a really high level when they're at Mount Vernon, one of the best high school programs in the country. So they know how to do it. I just think the more we played 3 games, so it just takes time. I'm really, they're actually getting in the stance. Our post defense was terrific the other night. We did some things different defensively with our post defense and our doubling the post that we hadn't done. So they did a really nice job with that. There was a lot of positives in those 7 minutes, just those 2 fouls. Actually ended up with 3 fouls. But his third foul, he was doing the right thing because he ran the guy off the line. He had made 3 threes. And so that's a step in the right direction. You just can't run him off the line and foul him. So
The fact that McKelly, last week you said that he's better than you thought and ahead of where you thought. Does that make the transition for both of them, because you have one of them, ahead, and you're confident that Mackay is going to, come.
Yeah, I just
well.
the thing for me right now, 2 of them make one body for me. right? So, like, we were going to sub a certain way. Mackay picks up a couple fouls. All right, Mikal goes gets him. Mikal screws up, boom, Mackay can go get him. So really, they're just pretty soon they'll become two different guys. But for me, right now, they're just one guy. Their games are so similar, and 10 fouls or whatever I have with them. But right now, that's kind of the way I view it. And then I have Sticks, I have Ricky, I have Dante. Pretty soon I'll hopefully have Joel. But that's kind of where it is. That's kind of the way we think with them. He picked up 2, let's put the other one in. Not a big difference.
The other day, there was a stretch, I think it was in the first half, where Dante was in there with 2 bigs. I think that's the biggest look that you can give.
Was it a long time?
It was like 3 or 4 minutes,
Yeah.
I think it was. Is that something that you were just kind of toying with more than anything at this point?
Well, they were big. Their 3-man was 6'7". He was a grown man. And so Dante played really well at the 4. Didn't play quite as well at the 3. I'm still trying to figure out. I feel really, really good about my 4 guards. You know I'm talking about. Trying to figure out if it's Sorrell, if it's Hakeem, if it's Dante, who the 5th and 6th guard are going to be. So right now it's Sorrell. Hakeem really played well, so we'll figure it out. Dante's much more comfortable at the 4. And but I do think he'll play both as the season goes on.
Mark, Oakland's game plan was clearly to slow you guys up until you switch to the zone and sped them up, and that worked for you. Fairfield's a team that likes to play the snail's pace as well.
Do they?
Yeah, they're a very slow team. Is it almost good to see that same look twice in a row so you can work on what you build upon the game before, or how do you go about planning for that?
We've added a defense every game, whether it's an out-of-bounds under defense or a press. We threw a little press on them the other day. We had just put that in this week to speed it up. We knew Oakland was going to play slower. It worked for us. You like to think Fairfield might have a game plan for it. We're going to do something differently again tomorrow night defensively. We'll see if it works. We just want to be a multi-dimensional team defensively. Because we think we're deeper, we think we're in great shape, and I think that helps us. And it gives the opposing team more to work on. What are they doing out of bounds under defense? What are they doing in the half court? Oh, they got the 1-3-1. Oh, they got the 3-2. Now they've got 2 different presses, so that gives them a lot to think about. And I don't show things till I think we're good enough in them to do it. So we're going to show a defense tomorrow night. We've been practicing for about 2.5 weeks. And you guys might even know it's a different defense, but we'll know it's a different defense. We got to double the post with the big. That was new for us the other game, so we'd worked on it. So just preparing us. I love it. So we're gonna. It's just gonna help us be ready for the really good teams.
Is it strictly? I'm following up on his question. I'm not sure.
I kind of was too.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I was going to say, is it strictly the personnel and the depth that has changed your philosophy, or have you changed your philosophy looking at the way
It's both.
Past seasons have gone?
I've always wanted to change my defenses. Last year we practiced a lot of different. We weren't any good in any of them, and so we just said, all right, we got a young team, 5 freshmen. Let's just get really good at one defense. Now we became pretty good at our zone as the year went on, but last year was a struggle. Now I got veteran guys, and actually my young guys are smart, so it allows us to do more. So I've been wanting to do this for multiple years. Weren't very good 2 years ago for Maryland standards. Last year we were young. Now we're a little bit older and we're a little bit deeper.
I was just going to ask, when do you feel like the last time you've had a team with this much defenses?
I haven't. I don't know if I ever have. I've done different defenses, when I was with the Roy Williams / Dean Smith, run and jump, trap first pass, point zone, man-to-man. So there's probably 5 or 6 different defenses, 44, 33. So we had them. It's been a long time since I've had this many multiple defenses. The guys love it. So if I start putting stuff in, the guys are looking at me like I'm crazy, then I stop. But every time I add something, the guys love it and they get excited. So that excites me, and then we get better because of it. It's a long one,
Last
Sean.
one.
Thank you.
During this stretch of home games against not ranked opponents, how do you keep you guys motivated and locked in as opposed to looking ahead to some of the tougher games?
Well, we keep changing our lineups. Each half we start a different lineup. We keep adding things. So we've added a lot of offense. we were a little confused, to be honest with you, on Saturday because I'd added so much. We forgot the old stuff and weren't any good at the new stuff. I like to think tomorrow will be a little bit better. So we just keep challenging them. We didn't start practice till late, and so I used last week as like a preseason week to get better. So we're fresh because of it, because we started later. And our guys know what lies ahead. So like today was a terrific practice. Today was about Maryland. Tomorrow we worked on Fairfield a little bit, but tomorrow we'll really work on Fairfield and the shoot around and get ready for them. Today was about us getting better.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys.